countering the magical thinking of the Christian right was rooted in the economy, in reintegrating them into the economy, giving them the kinds of jobs, the unionized jobs that were once available, where you had job security, job safety, a pension plan, medical benefits, and a salary that could sustain a family. That's all gone. And by making it worse, we are pushing larger and larger parts of the population into the embrace of demagogues, hate groups, or seeing them engage in behaviors that are willfully self-destructive. I mean, suicide, for instance, the highest rate of suicide in the United States are middle-aged white men who realize that there's no place for them anymore. And I quote Pope John Paul in his encyclical on work, work is not just about the exchange of labor for wages. It is about status, dignity, self-respect, the ability to find a meaningful place in society, and we're not doing it. And the longer we don't do it, the worse it's going to get.
Here's another quote from the book. Politics is a game of fear. Those who do not have the ability to frighten power elites do not succeed. The platitudes about justice, equality, and democracy are just that. Only when ruling elites become worried about survival do they react. Appealing to the better nature of the powerful is useless. They don't have one. I guess I need to ask you whether you are actually advocating the violent overthrow of the United States government.
No, I'm strongly opposed to violence as a
Okay, let's take the violent out of that sentence. Are you advocating the overthrow of the United States government?
I'm advocating the overthrow of a corporate government. I'm advocating the reversal of the corporate coup d'etat in slow motion.
How does that happen?
It happens the same way it happened in Eastern Europe. I covered the revolutions in East Germany, Czechoslovakia, Romania. It happens when people have enough. And
how is it not? I mean, if the Great Recession, 2008 till whenever, if that did, and all of the corporate kleptocracy that Wall Street got away with there, and how Main Street had to pay for it, if that didn't propel people to rise up, what will?
The next crash. We're getting one. I don't know when, but it's coming. And this time around, the elites don't have a plan B.
So what's it going to look like?
They can't lower interest rates any more than they've already lowered. We're already virtually zero. So
what does that look like, that rising up that you see coming?
Well, we've seen glimpses of it. You know, the Podemos movement in Spain, where they surrounded the parliament. I mean, large numbers of people taking to the streets, obstructing the system. I saw it in Wenceslas Square in Prague, 500,000 Czechs. I saw it in East Germany, in Leipzig. And that was the most efficient security and surveillance state in human history until our own.
Okay, but I'm going to take a quote, if I remember it correctly, from your book, which was, now that we've got all those communists out of Eastern Europe, we can go back to the former government we used to have, fascism. Is that what's coming?
Well, America's already a failed democracy. And Trump has no ideology. It's an ideological vacuum, which is very rapidly being filled by the Christian right. We saw it. He just had a big White House dinner with evangelicals. He has 81% support among evangelicals. And as Noam Chomsky says, you may want Trump out, but believe me, Michael Pence will be worse. The Christian right is organized. They have their own universities. They have their own media platforms and systems of indoctrination. They have huge amounts of money behind them, including the most retrograde capitalists in the United States.
So is that what's coming to replace whatever this is?
I'm a reporter, and I learned a long time ago that trying to predict the future is a very dangerous thing. But unless there is sustained mass civil disobedience to put pressure on two political parties and a system that is completely captured by corporate power, then what's coming, I can assure you, will not look nice and not be good.
You've called this America the Farewell Tour, but I wonder if this is exclusively, in your view, an American story.
No. And we know from what's happening in Europe, Brexit, Hungary, Poland, which are kind of quasi-fascist states now. Canada's not immune to this. You also, not to the extent that we have, but you've had your experiences with mass shootings, populist politics, but it's far more virulent and pronounced within the United States because empires are always fragile in this sense that they depend on the control of foreign labor, foreign resources. We have 17 years of warfare now in the Middle East, feudal, endless. Meanwhile, our infrastructure is collapsing, crumbling. Public libraries are closing. Schools are, teachers have to buy basic supplies for students. And now we have this insane idea that we're going to train teachers in public schools to carry concealed weapons. I mean, these are all examples of a society that is completely unmoored. It is not hardly unique to the United States, and it will have a ripple effect in countries like Canada, but it will never reach the extent of chaos and potential violence. But never forget that within American society, we are a deeply violent culture, awash in weapons. We believe in the regeneration through violence, this myth that violence is a form of purification, and that comes out of our long history of genocide and slavery.
You started with a revolution.
Yeah.
We did not. You did.
Well, we also killed 90% of indigenous peoples in the United States and enslaved 4 million Africans. And we've never really confronted that, that dark aspect in American history. We cling to our national myth. And so that does make us different and more dangerous than Canada.
This is, if you don't mind my saying,
this is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. This word shall stand. Call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash. That's who this world ignorantly call Lord of God and Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit in Hebrew tongue, ancient Hebrew tongue. Like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, who we learn from. Like to give shout out to the brothers who pushing this truth across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity. Like to give shout out to the Israelites that's like a speckled bird, causing confusion, looking like the heathen, and the very few Akwaf that's listening believe. To y'all I say Shalom. Coming at you today with a little quick lesson, man. Just to let y'all know, man, Esau is done, man. Esau see he done, man. They see all the rape, robbing, and murdering they done did, man. So with, man. Esau done did too much, man. We're gonna go to Psalms 83. We're gonna start it off real fast, man, real quick. Straight punchlines. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemy make atonement, and they have hated thee. Salakim, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They're prideful. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. That's what he did to you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, you so-called. They cut us off from being Israel, man. They took the name from us, man. They took our heritage, man. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. Esau is first, man. He's first, man. He got to go, man. What else he done did, man? He done took the Lord land, man. Look, this man got to go, man. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. Idumea just mean Edom in Greek, man. Okay, it's Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey, man. They shipped us out of the land, man. They cast us out, man. Every other nation preyed on us, man. That's what happened, man. They preyed on us and put us into slavery, man. You know, he took the land of Israel, man. That's our land, man. What's this man done did, man? Let's go to Ezekiel 35, man. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesied against it. Esau, Mount Seir is still Esau, man. This is twofold. And say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh power, Behold, Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual means forever, man. These devils ain't gonna never love you, man. And has shedded the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. Okay? Sword was the iron sword back then. What's the sword today? The gun. In the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. So he was been supposed to let us out of slavery, man. But what he doing? He foregoing it, man. He keeping it going, man. He keeping it going, man. This man is a devil, man. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See, if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So you got to get what's coming, Esau. You got to get what's coming, man. Why, man? Because you done did some wicked shit like this, man. Let's go to Psalms 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. Cristobal Colon came over here. Them natives was real nice to him and peaceful, man. What'd he do? He had broken his covenant, man. The so-called white man will never do right, man. Never. He will never do right. But he'll make it look good. Let's read verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So, man, no matter how cool they claim to be with you, man, or how cool you think they is, man, do something that'll get them mad and that broke their heart, man. They're gonna call you a nigger and they're gonna they're gonna fight you, man, or kill you. His words were smoother than oil, yet they were drawn swords, man. So, man, this damn devil will talk smooth to you, man, and then turn around and slay you, man. That's what he do, man. He go in all these other countries, come with food and shit, and act like he want to help out, man, but death follows him, man. People dying, women get raped over there, man. That's why every nation hate this man, man. His time is up, man. Let's go to Amos 1 and 11, man. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, who was his brother Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man. This devil still slaying us, man. And he ain't mad, he ain't letting up. That's what you Negroes need to realize, man. This devil don't love y'all, man. He don't love y'all, man. But y'all still find a way to find pity for the wicked, man. Let's go to Proverbs 17:9, man. All this that this devil done did, man. And he still make y'all turn around and love, man. Our people have self-hatred, man. This is Proverbs 17:9. He that covereth a transgression seeketh love, man. But he that repeateth a matter separate very friends, man. So Esau, man, Esau done did all this damn sinning, man. All this sinning, man. And then turn around and tell y'all the Lord love everybody and we all equal. We all need to love. Forget about slavery. But never forget 9/11, Memorial Day, Christopher Columbus, Christmas, 4th of July. These holidays begin, you niggas was in slavery, man. You niggas are fucking gone, man. Jake is gone. But let's go down, man, because Jake justified the wicked, man. Let's go down to verse 15. He that justified the wicked and he that condemned the just, they condemn us, man. They go against the house of David even to this day, like you say in Judges. Even they both are abomination to the Lord. So 2/3 of you are abomination, man. Y'all gonna have to receive salvation on the other side, man. Because y'all just as wicked as the wicked, man. Esau, Edom, man. With that, I'm going to end it. Call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakar Kadash Wa Adab Babar.